Today we'll be making squid ink spaghetti, perfect for a spooky Halloween twist with my meatball eyes. I'm Rose Oatley. Let's get cooking. To start, you'll need 1 chopped onion, 1 bell pepper, 4 garlic cloves, and 1/4 cup of chopped parsley. For our sauce, we'll start by adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil to a large pan. Next, I'm adding my onions. This is half of a large onion. When it comes to spaghetti sauce, caramelizing the onions is key. It brings out their natural sweetness and adds a rich flavor to our sauce. You'll want to cook these for about 10 minutes, stirring occasionally until they're golden brown. Once your onions are golden and caramelized, it's time to add the bell pepper. We'll saute them for about a minute, just until they soften slightly and they enhance their lovely flavors. I'm just going to set these veggies aside on a plate temporarily so we can move on to the meat. To the same pan, I'm adding 1 pound of ground beef and 1 pound of mild Italian sausage. This is my favorite combination for spaghetti sauce. Use your meat chopper to break this up as it cooks. If you don't have one, check out the link for my favorite tools in the description of my YouTube below or in my bio for other platforms. Once your meat is nicely brown, it's time to add back those sauteed veggies. Now let's toss in our minced garlic cloves. I like to add the garlic a bit later to prevent it from burning. For our seasoning, we'll start with salt and pepper, and this is to your taste. Then we'll add 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning for that classic flavor. Give it all a good mix. Next, we'll add 4 tablespoons of tomato paste. Break it up and mix it in really well. Now let's add 1 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes and follow with 1 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. This is going to create a rich and hearty sauce. I like to add a little bit of beef broth to enhance the flavor. If you prefer a thicker sauce, you can add just half a cup or eliminate it altogether. But I like mine slightly thick and a little bit runny, so I'm adding 1 cup. To help balance the acidity of the tomatoes, add ½ teaspoon of baking soda. Now to further balance the flavors, let's add 2 tablespoons of sugar. This will round out the flavors beautifully. Now you can't have a great sauce without basil. I'm adding 3 fresh whole basil leaves. Once it comes to a simmer, cover it and let it cook on low heat for 1 hour. You can cook it for less time, but I love letting all those flavors meld together for that rich, delicious taste. I take a 15-minute break, then move on to the meatballs. During this time, please help me grow by liking, sharing, and leaving me a comment below. I'm using these convenient, ready-to-cook meatballs from Walmart, but feel free to make them from scratch. I should have a recipe on my channel for that. Next, I'm going to sprinkle some salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning over the meatballs. Don't forget to roll the other side of the meatballs in the spices that fell over, then roll them perfectly into balls. Once done, place them in the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius and cook for 20 minutes. After about 20 minutes of baking, it's time to add our mozzarella pearls. I find it best to cut them in half, placing the flat side down on top of each meatball. Now we'll bake them for 1 minute, then press them down gently. After that, continue baking for another 2 to 3 minutes until they're melted and look just like the sclera, which is the white part of your eye. Once melted, add sliced black olives in the center and your meatballs are done. For our pasta, we'll start by adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil to the boiling water. This helps prevent sticking. Now add some salt for flavor. I'm using squid ink pasta today. Squid ink is a natural ingredient that gives this pasta a distinctive color and a subtle briny flavor. It's made from the ink sacs of squids and adds a unique twist to our dish. I'll post the link for the pasta as well. For this brand, I found that cooking it for 8 minutes gives the best al dente texture. Once drained, I like to rinse it with cold water and add a little olive oil to prevent sticking while it sits. By now, our sauce should be ready. Let's take a look. Before plating, I'm adding some fresh parsley and grated Parmesan cheese. To plate, I'm adding some sauce to the bottom of my plate. Then I'll add my pasta right in the sauce. However, if you've never had squid ink pasta or if you have guests who might not like it, I recommend serving it separately. That way, you can offer regular spaghetti with my delicious sauce. Now that's looking good. Let's add our meatballs. Let me show you how it looks so far before we add our toppings. Now let's finish it off with a little Parmesan and some chopped parsley. Here's a quick look at it with the toppings. And if you want to exclude the meatballs for non-holidays, you definitely can. Take a look. Let me know which one you like best. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more delicious recipes. Happy cooking!